Wait, you're making me nervous all standing up and everything. Sit down, bro. You never know with me. I could, it's like walking a tightrope as it is up here. The slightest breeze comes along, I'm off on a whole nother adventure in my mind. And trust me, it's not worth having paid the price of admission today. But, I actually remember when I learned this song, I was in the 5th grade, and that's the year that I decided that homework was wrong. It was just, it was just a morally bankrupt concept. Regular people that worked for a living was not expected to continue working when they got home. Why would it be any different from little kids? Where were those union guys my dad been singing about for decades? We didn't call it this back then, but that's when I discovered civil disobedience. And my mom, there was nothing she could do about it. So she took me out of that regular school and put me in one of these progressive schools so that I would presumably progress. But I walked into school the first day of the 6th grade, I guess it was, and all the kids were standing up at the morning assembly, and they were singing my dad's song, "This lad is your lad." I was the only one there that didn't know the words. Nobody told me that stuff was famous outside of our house. And when you're a kid, you don't think of stuff like that. So I ran home, had tears in my eyes, and I told my father what had happened. And he made me bring him this little 3/4 size guitar he'd given me on my 5th birthday, which I still have. And he dragged me out in the backyard, and he showed me how to play the chords, When I had that much done, he taught me the verses everybody was singing. There was 3 of them. When I learned them, he sang me some verses nobody had ever heard before. And I learned them too. And I started singing them for years and decades. I don't sing them all now because anybody can find them, but back in those days, nobody had ever heard of them before, Let me leave you this evening with the last one I ever heard him sing for me. It went something like this. Nobody living can ever stop me as I go walking my freedom highway. Nobody living can make me turn back. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land, and this land is my land. From California to the New York Island, from the Redwood Forest to the Gulf Stream waters. This land was made for you and me. Thank you very much. Have a great evening.